Hi everyone, it's Andy. So I've had the craziest few weeks. Lots has been going on, so I just wanted to do a little video to bring you up to speed with what's been happening with me over the last few weeks. I've not been feeling great, to be fair. I've had a lot of problems with my feet. Still not quite sure what's been going on with my feet. We're not quite to the bottom of it yet. I was out and about one day just doing some shopping, got a pain across the top of my foot. Went to bed as normal. The next morning got up, I was in excruciating pain about 5 o'clock in the morning, and I spent the next 2.5 weeks on my sofa. I couldn't stand, I couldn't put any weight on my foot. Eventually we got a team of paramedics in that got me out into an ambulance and got me into hospital, and I spent a week and a half in hospital. The doctors are pretty certain that it's gout, but I've never had gout for that long. I've never had it that excruciatingly painful. I know gout is painful because I've had gout a lot, so I know it's painful. It's very painful, but this was a different kind of pain. It lasted a lot longer. I did have an old fracture in my toe on my right foot, but when I was in hospital, bone doctors came and looked at that and assured me that the pain wasn't coming from the old fracture in my toe. They went back to the gout, and we're still not sure. I'm out and about, and the difference now is I'm at home and I have to use these bad boys to get around, these super crutches. So it's not ideal, but it's the only way I can trot my ass around to get to do the things that I need to do. And of course, the problem with this was it took its toll on my mental health, because I just couldn't do anything. I couldn't get up, I couldn't go to the toilet, I couldn't go and get a drink, I couldn't go and get food, I couldn't get my medication. I was relying on someone all the time to do something for me. And my fiance was fantastic. She was so helpful, so patient with me. And I think when I finally went to hospital, it was when it really took its toll on me mentally and with my mental health. It was because every time I needed to go to the toilet, I needed to press a buzzer, so a nurse would come in with the bottle or a commode so I could do what I needed to do. And it was just awful. And it's just things that we take for granted, and when you can't do those things anymore, I just felt so low and so helpless that I couldn't do these things. And it just wasn't fun. And I had some pretty low days while I was in hospital. I was missing my little boy and my fiance, and I was just there on my own. I didn't get many visits, and it was just an awful place to be. But the upside is I'm out now, and the problem is because I've been off my feet for 4 to 5 weeks, I've lost some muscle power in my legs. So I need some ongoing physiotherapy, which is why I'm using the crutches, because until I get regain the strength in my legs, and my right leg particularly, because I've got osteoarthritis in my right knee, so my right leg is even weaker than my left one. So while I rebuild the strength in my legs, I'm going to need some ongoing physiotherapy. And but it is what it is. I'm at home, and that's a good thing, and that gives me a chance to get semi back to normal. It's a little challenging getting around the house on crutches and getting to bed and getting to do the things that I want to do, but it's not impossible, and it's better than being in hospital. And I'm at home with my fiance and my little boy, so it's not too bad. But the upside in my life is, before I had these problems with my feet, I'd started back to Slimming World, because I'd said in my channel trailer that I was going to talk about Slimming World and my weight loss journey. And in my first week at Slimming World, I'd lost half a stone, which was fantastic. And then I had all these problems with my feet, and I couldn't go, and I was in hospital. And I came out of hospital, and I spoke to my consultant. I said, look, I'm going to come back as soon as I can. And she said, well, look, I can pop round and weigh you if you want. And I was like, wow, that's great. So she came round. I was a bit worried, because I thought, this isn't going to be great. And I stepped onto the scales, and she told me that I'd lost another 1.5 stone, so 14.5 pounds, which means that in total I've lost 21.5 pounds, which is 1.5 stone. So it's not all doom and gloom. That's a fantastic start weight loss wise. You can't really see it, because it's like walking up to a gigantic stack of hay and pulling out a handful. It's not going to look much different. 1.5 stone, you're not really going to see it too much on me yet, but when I start getting up to the kind of 4-5 stone, it'll start to notice a lot more. I can feel it a little bit. It's just making it a little bit easier for me to get around, and any amount of weight I lose, if I lose a pound, half a pound, it's going to make life easier for me. So I'm very, very happy with Slimming Well currently. I'm off to a good start, and I was shocked when she told me that I'd lost another stone. So I'm really, really, really pleased with how that's going. So now I'm out. It's kind of catching up and getting back to the things that I had not been able to do because I was in such pain. I didn't really want to make YouTube videos because I was in excruciating pain. It interfered with my work. So now it's catch up. One of the important things that I learned by watching other YouTubers is to bank videos. I never really even thought about banking videos when I started doing YouTube, and I thought, now I know about it, it makes sense, you know, because if you can't edit a video or you can't upload a video, if you've banked 3, 4, 5 videos, you've got something ready to go, you can put something up. So that's one key lesson that I've learned that I'll take forward, is to bank some videos. So I'm going to be bearing that in mind moving forward. My main job is music distribution, which I'm really, really passionate about, and over the last couple of years, with all the things that have happened with my mum dying and me having to look after my brother and run his life for him, I have power of attorney for my brother because of his epilepsy and his autism and his learning disabilities. So that's a very challenging situation that I need to oversee. And the last couple of years, my business hasn't run probably as well as it should, and that's partly, mostly my fault. In fact, all my fault, because I've taken a lot of time off with personal problems and health issues and stuff. So I really want to get myself into a place where I can get back to concentrating on making my business great again and doing what I'm really passionate about and really enjoy, which is helping people establish record labels and get their records played on the radio and get the profile up of their record labels and really help them to get themselves established in the music business. And I will do that. I will make my company great again and get it back to where it needs to be, and juggle YouTube alongside that. So going forward, I'm going to bank some videos, I'm going to make videos, but I guess in this video I wanted to ask some questions to the people that watch these videos. The channel I want to make about mental health, because that's important to me, because I suffer from depression and anxiety. I want to make it about Slimming Well because of my weight loss journey. Then I just want to talk about stuff that I find interesting, like music and wrestling and technology and photography, whatever it is. But what I wanted to know, and what I find interesting, what I'd really like some comments on, is as you, the viewer, watching these videos, would you want me to put all that stuff on one channel, or would you prefer that I did one channel for, say, health and well-being, which would cover the mental health and my weight loss, and then do another channel that's kind of the technology and the wrestling, the music, and or whatever else I want to talk about? Do you want to do that? Because I'm going to talk about beards as well. So I've got a beard, so I'm going to talk about beard grooming and beard products, etc. So would you find that interesting all in one channel, or would you want it separated off? That's the question that I really want to learn at this point, because it's still really early in this YouTube journey for me. So this is the kind of time to really fathom out the way to present these and how to put them together in a way that you would find entertaining and the content that you want to watch. Also, I'd like to ask for comments on how you find me. Do you find me boring? Do you find me entertaining? Am I easy to listen to? Am I difficult to listen to? Is there anything you would recommend that I could do differently? I want as many comments as I can get, good, bad, indifferent, because I really want to learn. I want to make the videos better. I want to make the content better. I want to make it something that you enjoy. But at the end of the day, I want to make sure that it serves a purpose. The most important message, the biggest reason that I started this YouTube channel, was to tackle weight loss and mental health, because they're the two things that are really important to me. They're the two things that are going to help me change my life and are going to help other people change their lives. So they are the two most important things to me. The other things are just peripheral, icing on the cake, things to talk about to keep the channel interesting. But the main message of the channel is about those two things that are really important to me. That if other people can take something from my journey, can see the things that I've gone through. If you look below later at my social links and look on Instagram, I had a t-shirt made recently for myself that just says, "Before you judge me, think about the pain that brought me here." And the reason I had that t-shirt made is just to spread the message that it's not okay to just pick on fat people, because I suffer with depression and anxiety as well. That's something that you cannot see. You can't see depression. You can't see anxiety. You could be standing next to a drug addict or an alcoholic who would look just a perfectly normal person. But fat is something I can't hide. I can't get up in the morning, put on a skinny suit and go out of the door and go, "Hey, look at me." So I can't hide my body. So people think that it's okay, because it's something that I can't hide, to judge me or to ridicule me or to say hurtful things to me just because I'm fat, without giving some thought to the journey that brought me to where I am. Because it's something that I'm going to research for future videos, and it's something that I'm really interested in. I want to find out what percentage of overweight people also suffer from some kind of mental health issue, because I would think that it's a very, very, very high number. I would think that it's going to be a pretty big proportion of people that are overweight have some kind of other issue, some kind of mental health issue, because the two things go hand in hand. So people don't really give any kind of thought to the person's journey before they say something hurtful, and that's something I want to address. So that's the key to the channel, is to really get into those subjects. So please, drop some comments, let me know what you think and the way I should move forward. Any comments are greatly appreciated, and anything that can help me make the content better and make it more enjoyable for you, I'm happy to listen and be schooled. So please drop some comments. So that's the plan. So I'm going to drop a video tomorrow, which is some gift ideas for Father's Day, because Father's Day is coming up. So I've got some really cool gift ideas in there. So that's going to come out tomorrow. So check that video out. And I'm going to be doing some stuff on mental health. One of them is going to be the 3 faces of depression, which is just a little video that will just explain about the different personas that people with depression will put on to suit their circumstances. I'm going to do some more videos about overweight and things like that, some more Slimming World videos, and delve into what I've done over the past few weeks that's helped me lose 21 pounds. So anyone else that's doing Slimming World or just interested or looking at Slimming World or interested in losing weight may be able to take something away from that and find that useful. So all the social links are below. Click on those. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Let me know what you're thinking so far, if you're liking the videos I've done. And until next time, look after yourselves, be nice to each other. Life is always worth living, and the most important thing is never quit. See ya.